Hi, everybody. It's Don and Julia here.
with this week's edition of Your Weekly Miracle, where we discuss all things related to relationships and how they work and how we can make them better, more magical, more miraculous.
More sacred. This week, we want to talk about the idea that
Well,
is getting back to normal, as we all hear about, affecting your relationship. We've had an experience with it this past week or so where we got back to our normal, which is never really all that normal, but we went back out on the road and traveled a long distance to do a gig, and we realized we're back to our normal. And wow, did it affect us? So we wanted to talk to you about that.
yeah, I mean, as some of you know, we come from a musical background. We met and fell in love doing the same tour, and we still do that, but we haven't been doing it because of COVID. So we went back into it for like 1 week. We went to England and back in a week. And what was interesting was going back to that place where those old stressors, not that it wasn't really enjoyable as well, but
To begin with, it was great to. I think we should acknowledge that it is kind of great to get back to do what you were doing. If you loved it, we're lucky we love what we do.
yeah.
But it comes with its own particular thing, as I think you probably can relate to.
And because we do this together, it brought up issues between us that we hadn't foreseen being issues. We thought we'd thought of everything, and we hadn't. And I think this is something that's creating tension for lots of relationships out there. For instance, like just moving through an airport. I know that there are people out there, and I totally get it, that you're just gagging to get back on a plane and travel. We've done so much of that. We're kind of worn out from it. And after an 18-month break from being able to get on a plane,
It was somewhat new again for us,
it was
wasn't
new,
it? Yeah.
but it was also we were experiencing a little PTSD from that, and also the number of hoops that we had to jump through to get ourselves over the pond
tested
and back
on
again.
a plane and be safe.
Lots of paperwork, lots of stuff to print out. But when we actually went through the process of going through security and everything, we realized that it was something that we kind of hadn't missed. And the way that we were both dealing with that personally was affecting the collective.
It was
Stress.
affecting our vibe and our energy, but we didn't clock it right at first. In fact, I don't think we got it till we got home.
No,
did we?
truthfully, the trip was like many trips that we do when it's just a week. It's crazy. There's a lot going on. We really don't have any time to process anything that's going on between us. So what happened was what often happens with us when we're on the road is when we get back or we have a day off, which in this case we didn't, but when we got back, we literally had pretty much an entire afternoon where we just kind of unpacked
Decompressed.
a contention that had been kind of brewing. And this is something that we do work at regularly, because we recognize the energy when it comes and goes between us, like, oh, there's something that's not right.
Something not in alignment. There's a rub. There's a feel. And I think we see it on each other's faces. I can see it on her face when something's just not right between us.
Yeah, I think.
And we try and clean that up real quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Or we don't
what
clean
you
it up
should do.
quickly, and it takes as long as it takes. And I think that's, I guess, what we'd like to really speak to you to today is these things are never convenient when they come up. And with this new normal coming back, I'm sure I've heard many stories about people saying, I've gone back into something that I haven't done for a while, and it does feel a bit odd, and I have to remember what I did, and that's a bit stressful. And yes, that's definitely affecting, it's creating a bigger rub between us because we now have to re-navigate and reorganize the way we do this in relation to what else we do in the world. So it's created more issues, and we just have to deal with them as they come up, basically. And processing can take, we're lucky, when we get home we have entire days where we can just decompress, de-jet lag, And we get this stuff as this comes up, we get to just talk about it. And we realize that's quite a luxurious
Yeah, it's a
position.
blessing. It's a blessing to be able to do that. But it also is part of what informs what we do and who we are.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And we do it, sometimes we do it just while we're cooking or something, you know. Something will come up and we'll just start having a conversation about, I guess, something that's making us both uncomfortable, or one of us is uncomfortable, and we feel safe enough to share it with the other. So there's this container of safety, and it's never easy to bring up things that trouble us. It's never, 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 never easy to do that. But it's like a muscle. It's like going to the gym, right?
I also think it's an act of courage, too, in a way. I mean, not that it's that risky, but, you know, you do have to kind of be courageous to make that commitment to dig deep and to really kind of show your vulnerability. I think we've talked about that before in these videos.
Yeah. And just the more you do it, the better the container
That's
between
the muscle
you
part, isn't it?
becomes. Well, you get better at being kind of courageous, like Don said, and being able to be vulnerable, but also the container that you've built together gets more solid and becomes more of a ground in which you can really discuss what's troubling you, whether it's the new normal, whatever it is, where you can bring up those issues that scare you a bit. I mean, this is kind of like going to the places that scare us with our partner. And as the partner listening, it's really, really good to be able to just hold space where your partner tells you whatever it is that they're freaking out about. That's really important too. That's really what we wanted to speak to today. So if you have any thoughts about this, please feel free to leave us a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like what you see. And if you know anyone who is struggling, please feel free to send them to this channel. And we have a link as well for you to book a call with us if you would like to speak with us personally and directly, so we can help you with your relationship struggles.
And shouldn't we maybe let them know that we might give you the example in the next one of these that we do?
Yeah.
Exactly of what happened and how we worked through it. Sort of a little teaser alert for Dr. Jan out there.
And all our people that watch these videos.
Yes, all of you.
We love you guys, and we're just here to help. So next time we'll be talking about the mother of all fuck ups. See you then next week. Bye. For now.